So, have you ever had a cleanup project and it took an unexpected turn and it wasn't in a positive direction? In fact, rather than this straightforward project, you found yourself with unexpected complications, which meant more hours than you anticipated and had blocked out for. This is Lauren Fogelman with Business Success Solution. And I know that there's this initial urge to just get started. And frequently, that tends to backfire once you actually get into the project. In fact, I believe you want to consider a slow, steady approach to onboarding a new client and getting started in the project. Because when you actually slow down the onboarding process, first of all, it protects your firm. The second thing is that it sets clear expectations. And number three, it ensures a smooth, profitable client onboarding experience. So these are some of the things I just want to have you consider as you're talking about maybe changing the way that you onboard a new client and starting off with a project. The very first thing is that there is this temptation to rush. So here's what typically happens. A new client comes in, you have that initial consult, you quickly look at their books, you know they're a mess, but you want to impress them. And because of that, you talk maybe more about the things that you could be doing. You go into detail extensively. You let them pick your brain a little bit. And you do this quick review, telling them how to move forward to get the project started. And because so much of that is your client-centered and you want to show your value. But I just want to say, once again, that urge to just get started sometimes has regrets later on down the road. Think about it. What were the regrets that you've ever experienced because you started too quickly? And we want to go ahead and correct that so it doesn't have to continue happening as you onboard new clients. So anyway, the very first thing is there's this temptation to rush. And then number two is that there is a cost to skipping a thorough assessment. In fact, skipping a thorough assessment means that you're not going to accurately scope out the project. As a result of that, you underestimate the time that's required. This means that there might be some missed deadlines, or you have to give up some of your personal time to be able to work late into the night and maybe on the weekends to be able to meet the deadline. And of course, this leads to frustration and disappointment. I just want to say all these things means that it lowers the profit margin on the project and it isn't very efficient. So the third thing to consider is the assessment advantage. This is where a strategic assessment that's actually paid for solves the problem. It makes all of these cleanup project headaches go away because now you're getting a true picture of the client's financials and you're able to really pinpoint the problem areas on your own time. You're now being able to accurately assess how much time the project ought to take based on your experience. And the other thing is that this sets actually realistic expectations for the client as to what the process looks like, how it's going to work, and what's the next step. In fact, I want to say investing this time upfront and getting paid to assess it improves workflow, follow through, and it protects the profit margins of this project. And this goes right into number 4, which is implementing a strategic approach. Here are some things to consider as you're looking to put this in place. You want to develop a standardized onboarding process that is consistent with each and every person that's outreaching to you and you're having that initial conversation. You want to really have it standardized from start to finish to be able to position you as that advisor and consultant. You want to clearly explain the process to new clients. You want to discuss the value of a thorough assessment so they see why it's worth the investment. And once again, that goes right into the next thing is you want to charge for this thorough assessment. So this is, once again, let me repeat real quickly the steps for implementing this. Have a standardized onboarding process, explain the process to your clients, educate them about it, discuss the value of the paid diagnostic, and then actually get paid for it. So those are the 4 things to think about to be able to avoid just getting started too quickly is you want to resist that temptation to rush. You want to realize that there is a cost to getting started too quickly and really doing a quick review instead of a thorough assessment. You want to have that assessment advantage so you really can clearly scope things out and know what you're getting into. And you want to go ahead and implement this strategic approach into your firm. I just want to say, resisting the urge to rush, embracing this strategic approach where you're slowing down the onboarding process, it's going to save you countless hours. It's going to increase your revenues and your profit margin for this. It's going to set clear expectations with you and your client. So if you feel you're ready to move forward and avoid the rush into the new work and slow it down to be able to have more profitable projects, then let's talk about how to do this. I can be reached at businesssuccesssolution.com/let's talk. I look forward to hearing how this resonated with you, what you plan to put into place, what it affirmed for you that you're already doing. Please let me know what you took away from this. Lauren Fogelman, showing accounting firm owners how to double their income, working half the time.